What would you do if a single act of kindness changed your life forever? In the fluorescent hum of a small-town grocery store, Emily stood behind the cashier counter, her apron slightly wrinkled from a long shift. At 24, she was used to the monotony scanning barcodes, bagging groceries, and offering polite smiles to customers who rarely looked twice. The store was quiet tonight, the kind of quiet that made the hum of the freezers feel loud. Then he walked in a man in a faded jacket, his eyes downcast, clutching a small basket with a loaf of bread, a can of soup, and a single apple. He was a regular, always silent, always paying in exact change. Emily called him quiet guy in her head, though she'd never say it aloud. She scanned his items, her fingers moving with practiced ease. "That'll be $6.47, she said softly. He fumbled in his pockets, pulling out a crumpled $5 bill and a handful of coins. His hands trembled as he counted once, twice, then stopped. "I'm short," he mumbled, barely audible, his face flushing with shame. He pushed the apple back toward her. "Take this off." Emily's heart sank. She glanced at the apple, then at his weary face. Without hesitation, she reached into her own pocket, pulled out $1, and slid it into the register. "It's on me," she said with a warm smile. "You keep the apple." His eyes widened, a mix of disbelief and gratitude flickering across his face. He nodded, whispered a faint, "Thank you," and left, his steps a little lighter. The next morning, Emily arrived for her shift, expecting another predictable day. Instead, she found the store buzzing with unfamiliar faces, cameras, lights, and a crowd of people in suits. Her manager, usually gruff, rushed toward her, his face beaming. "Emily, you're not going to believe this." Before she could ask, a tall man in a crisp suit stepped forward, extending his hand. "I'm David Harper, CEO of Harper Foods. You're the one who helped Mr. Carter last night, aren't you?" Emily blinked, confused. "Mr. Carter? The quiet guy?" The crowd chuckled, and Harper's smile widened. He explained that Mr. Carter wasn't just any customer. He was a retired veteran who'd fallen on hard times, a man the company had been quietly supporting through a community outreach program. Unbeknownst to Emily, the store's security cameras had captured her small act of kindness, and the footage had gone viral overnight after being shared on the company's social media. But then came the twist. A woman stepped forward from the crowd, her eyes glistening with tears. "I'm Sarah, Mr. Carter's daughter," she said, her voice trembling. "My dad hasn't spoken much since Mom passed, but last night he called me. He told me about you. Emily, how your kindness reminded him he's still part of this world." The room fell silent, and Emily's throat tightened. She hadn't just given him an apple. She'd given him a moment of dignity, a spark of hope that rippled beyond the counter. Harper cleared his throat, his voice warm but commanding. "Emily, your heart reflects the values we strive for at Harper Foods. We're not just a business RIA community." He gestured to the cameras. "This morning, we're here to celebrate you. We're promoting you to store manager, effective immediately, with a full scholarship to pursue any degree you choose." The crowd erupted in applause, and Emily stood frozen, her eyes brimming with tears. She'd never imagined her small gesture would lead to this. As the cameras flashed and her coworkers cheered, Emily caught a glimpse of Mr. Carter in the back, his faded jacket now paired with a shy smile. He gave her a small nod, and she returned it, a silent understanding passing between them. In that moment, she realized kindness wasn't just a fleeting act, it was a force that could change lives, including her own. By the end of the day, Emily wasn't just a cashier anymore. She was a reminder that even in the quietest moments, a single choice could echo far beyond the checkout line. And as she stepped into her new role, she vowed to keep her heart open, knowing the world was watching not for fame, but USB-C cable for the power of humanity. Yindi.